Welcome to History of the Gun, presented by C Products Defense, because a firearm is only as good as its magazine. Coming up today on History of the Gun, we pay a visit to DEZ Tactical Arms and have a custom AR built right before your eyes and then take it to the range. That and more today on History of the Gun. Today, our travels take us on a road trip near a popular Midwest tourist destination, the Wisconsin Dells. This is a very scenic area with glacially formed gorges that features striking sandstone formations along the banks of the Wisconsin River. Great for boating, fishing, camping, and getting away from the rat race. Although the Dells is famous for its beauty, tranquility, and its water parks, our destination is a vacation all its own. Just right up the road is home to DEZ Tactical Arms, where you could come spend a day, have a custom gun built, and test it on their own private range. Welcome to today's show. If you are looking for a custom AR that is hand-built, built in America, and none like you've ever seen before, look no further than DEZ Tactical. I'm here with Brian. Brian, I tell you what, very impressed with your guns, your company, everything that you're doing right. And I tell you what you have is the final product that everybody is seeking for. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Thanks, Bill, and thanks for visiting us today. So we're DEZ Tactical Arms. We manufacture precision AR-style rifles. Right here, what I'm holding right now is one of our flagship 308 rifles. This is a top-end rifle that we manufacture from the top to bottom, and we're going to show you how some of these are made today.
Well, you know, that's really the secret, is how they're made, and everybody wants a gun that's going to be a good gun, but a gun that they're going to be able to have around for a while, maybe even pass down to their kids and grandkids, and that's exactly what you're building here, underlying the fact that it's all quality and hand-built.
Yep, everything here is manufactured by us. We manufacture most of the parts on this rifle right here, and all the assembly is done in this facility right here.
Well, you know, this is like a dream trip for an adult to come out here. Your facility is wonderful. It's nice and quiet out here in the country. You have an indoor range, an outdoor range, and, you know, for a guy to come in maybe to help you receive some thoughts that he wants on what his gun is, you're going to be able to turn this into an adventure for him out at your place. And you do welcome people to come out, don't you?
Yeah, we love having visitors, and we love walking everybody through the processes that we take, and just love showing everybody how a custom rifle is built.
Speaking of the processes, who's going to walk us through the background of the company and where it all began?
That's going to be Dwayne. So Dwayne is the owner of DEZ Arms, and yeah, he's going to be telling us a little bit more. Joining
me right now is Dwayne Zawitowski, and Dwayne, I tell you what, very impressed with your operation because you're doing everything right, and what I really enjoy about it is that you have your finger on quality control. You don't let anything go through without your personal inspection. And behind us here, barrels, you make a whole covey of accessories as well. Is that right?
Yes, we do. We do hand guards, we do the receivers, we do the buffer tubes, the barrels, the extensions for the barrels, everything except for the magazines and the stocks and the optics for the entire weapons platform.
So that way you know what's going into your rifle, and the end user is really going to benefit by that. And how did this all begin that you decided that you need to manufacture these parts to come out to have a good gun?
Actually, about 20 years ago, I just used to do gunsmithing and do it part-time on a sole proprietorship business. And it welled from there. We couldn't find a lot of the parts that would fit together comfortably and in the tolerances that you'd like them to be, especially the barrels, the barrel extensions, the receivers and whatnot. So we just started making parts, and it We designed a rifle platform, the AR-10 308 style platform, and we've been doing that ever since.
And you know, AR mania really seems to be sweeping the land, and the important part of that is a gun that actually works, and yours is really handcrafted, something that you can hand down to your kids and grandkids. It's going to be around a while, isn't it?
Exactly. We designed different buffer systems and everything to work with our platform flawlessly, and that was one of the things to hand it to my son, who's going to take care of over the business, and his grandkids, hopefully.
Well, that's a good point as well. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to see how one of these is assembled so we can see all the parts. Do you think you can arrange that?
Sure. I'm sure Brian will show you how to put one together.
Well, Brian, Dwayne kind of walked us through the history of the company here, and all of this really born out of necessity, the fact that you're making most of your parts, right?
Yeah, we do make most of the parts for the platform, with the exception of a few, as Dwayne covered.
Now, right behind us here, we have a 308, and you can kind of walk us through the process of how you assemble it right here in your own shop.
Sure thing, yeah, I'd be happy to. So this is right here our full complete 308 rifle. This right here is really our flagship rifle. This is a top end, the highest quality that we do. Now the one that we're actually going to be building is more of a custom. It's not one of our standard models.
Okay.
But we're going to go through it, piece by piece. I can explain as I'm building kind of what I'm doing, and just kind of what goes into everything as we assemble this. And
Well, I'm excited. This is a first for us, building a gun right in front of our audience here. And why don't we begin the process?
sure thing, yeah. So what we're going to start out with is our upper receiver. This is a part that we make. It's from solid 7075 T6 aluminum. It comes from a billet. So yeah.
And we're actually going to build a gun right here, correct?
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be built on this vise right here, piece by piece. So a lot of the processes have already been taken care of ahead of time, as far as with the particular barrel right here. This is also one of our flagship parts is the barrels. The barrels is really the backbone of DEZ Arms and how the company started, and then it really grew from there. But so with this particular barrel, a lot of work goes in ahead of time before we actually assemble it into the rifle. We do a chamber polish, we do a full inspection on the barrel, just making sure every single part of it's good, the crown of the barrel, everything is concentric, gas port is to spec and everything. So what I'm going to actually do right here is mount the barrel into the receiver.
Barrel nut, I assume. There's more to come from DEZ Tactical Arms and our custom build. We'll be right back.